What's going on, Geek Pit? Welcome to Geeking Out with the Metal Geek. I'm your host, the Metal Geek, and just got a quick couple things to say before I'm going to bring in the guests. That first of all, I got a brand new little vlog coming up, so it's going to be a big announcement that it's going to be called Geek Eats right about here. You could check it out in the next upcoming days, where I go to different food places and review different foods. So I'm super excited about it. Me and Ever So Spiffy review all these different little foods, and that'll be coming in the next coming days, weeks. It's just coming soon, so keep an eye on that. And for the for Win News this morning, they announced the first two matches for Brainbusters. For the first time in years, Johnny Cashmere is going to be returning to the ring. He's going to be taking on Ichiban, which is going to be absolutely amazing. And I can't wait for that one. And PJ Savage versus Steven. So here we go. But without further ado, let's give a warm geeking out welcome to the Creator Pro Metal Champion, the Sweeper.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, dude? Welcome back, man. It's been a while, you know.
It's been a minute, yeah. How you been?
Yes. So I've been good. I've been doing a show solo now. Just doing my own thing right now.
I get you.
Sometimes you just don't need that tag team partner. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta fly solo.
Yeah, I mean exactly. Well, metaphorically speaking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you started out as just like an underdog. I absolutely love your story, by the way. As you started
thank you.
out as an underdog, and you know, I believe the first match was with Vargas, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
he beat me pretty quickly.
yeah. So you started off as that underdog esque, and I just love your story. Just going into the last show, which you well, not the last show, the show before that, where you actually defeated Evil Kip and won the gold medal. So if you want to talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that, yeah.
Yeah. That was a definitely like as you're saying an underdog story because before that I never won any matches or anything. I was always on the losing end, no matter what it was. Um, like Yeah, like Kip even said it's like when we were in our own build up to it. It's like I haven't won a match yet. I didn't pin, didn't submit anyone, and then I got the win. You know,
Mm-hmm.
true underdog story, rising to the top on the occasion when needed, and it was my first win,
Hmm.
and I got the medal out of it. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, fantastic.
Let's zoom in on that medal right there, man. If we can, man. Look at that medal. That medal's fire, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic,
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. So I absolutely. By the way, I think those stories are always the best stories to tell. The underdog dog story where they always get that first win, and you got your first win at one of Creative Pro's biggest shows, which is
And it was
all.
for a championship too, so that's
And it was
that's easier.
yeah. Absolutely love that, man. And so I mean, yeah, I absolutely. I think that story is absolutely amazing, and that's I think that's the best story to tell. But like you think of like Daniel Bryan and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah, definitely the same type of tones in terms of like like getting up there with like popularity and just being, I guess, in a sense, like undeniable from like the fan popularity aspect.
Uh-huh. So let's talk like VPW. Now let's switch gears to like VPW a little bit. We
Sure.
got we got believe the Gold Rush Rumble, right? This Saturday. Super excited about that. So
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
uh-huh. Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that they're doing on in BPW. So
I love the stories they're telling over there. I mean, so we got Eric James defending the championship against Jack Tomlinson in a tables match. So if you want to talk a little bit about that one, man, that could be match of the night.
I think it definitely will be. Because Jack's gonna be out to prove something. You know, and I think he's more motivated than ever. And same with Eric James. He's got to prove that, Jack's not gonna just push him around and stuff,
Uh-huh.
that kind of thing. They're both fighting to prove something.
Mhm. Yeah, we got that match. You got Mother Endless finally making her VPW debut, which that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for that one. It's triple threat right there. You got Chelsea Reagan making her VPW debut against Valentina, which is another great match. And then you got the tag team titles, the Rat Bastards defending the tag titles against Security Inc.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that one. Security Inc. Those are my boys. I love those guys.
Yeah, those Rat Bastards, they're kind of mean in a way. You know what I mean? They're kind of like Evil
Oh,
Kip
they're
and
very.
like
They're
Evil. It's like, man, every time I say hi to Evil Kip, he's just so mean, man. It's like
why are you
why is
saying
this what?
hi? Why are you saying hi to him? He's evil, man.
I tried to buy a shirt from him, and then he won't even accept my money. He didn't accept my money. He told me to go away.
He's just evil, man. Now I guess learning lesson. Now you know to just be like, you know what? Forget Kip. Forget about Kip.
Mhm. Now I know why Phil couldn't deal with him anymore.
God, yeah, and he was dealing with him with way longer than I was in Creative Pro. So
Yeah. So you want to explain? All right. So for example, oh man, miss you too, dude. There you go. But it's not about me today. It's about the sweeper guy, and um, yeah, we got the VPW Rumble too. You got Dante Drago versus Doctor Cool, which is another great
well,
match.
they're in the Rumble.
No, I know, but yeah, that's right. But the thing is, they're wrestling each other before who gets number one and who gets number 30.
No, they already got their numbers. I think.
Oh, they did get the numbers?
I think so. I think it's saying that one of them's number one, one of them's number two.
He wants to know where the medal is. He just showed
Oh,
it.
I got that medal right here.
Yeah, we'll zoom in on it again. There you go.
Right here. Here's the good stuff.
The
There's the
good.
good.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I thought I could have sworn though. I could have sworn it was for the number one, number 30 spot.
I think the show they just did before was to get those numbers or
Mhm.
something.
And then you have Brother Greatness against Leo Sparrow.
That'll be a good one.
That's another
Both
good one right
guys
there.
are amazing.
hmm Both guys are great. And then you guys are getting a Rumble on Saturday, which just if you go buy your tickets now, it's a Royal Rumble esque match.
There's always fun to be had with those.
I love those types of matches, man. I mean, they're long, but they're actually pretty good though. I like
Oh yeah.
because you never know who's gonna be number one, and you never know who's gonna be number 30. That's why I like the esque of those matches.
Oh, definitely.
And even if you do know who is in the Rumble, you don't know which order everybody is in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go? Oh, it's Saturday. Buy your tickets, man.
Yeah. If you haven't bought your tickets already, what's stopping you?
I was actually at what was it? I was at Win actually on 2 weeks ago with Dank, and we were
Yeah.
actually talking. I don't know if you know about this, but we were actually saw a sweeper in the ring.
And it wasn't me?
It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
What
So
the hell?
what the heck, man? It's
What
like
the heck, man?
so. My question to you on
Someone's got to fire that guy and replace him with me.
now, my question to you on this one is, if you could pitch your story to any wrestling promotion, why do they need Eddie Prevedi as their sweeper?
Well, it's kind of, I guess the answer, it's like what we were talking about a bit ago. It's like I had that good underdog story. I still have it. I mean, if you see photos and videos of me, I'm the smallest guy you're gonna see there at any show. Um, and I think that's what um, helps me get good, fan support. They see someone, they see me working hard as sweeping the ring, cleaning the rings, and whatnot, and then they see me get thrown into these situations where I'm wrestling guys that have been wrestling for a while or just are bigger than me. So it's just like, hey, lay off the guy, and they the fan support, fan reaction for me is just fantastic, and it helps me do my best when I can, even if I lose.
Hmm.
Um, that and if they push me too far, I, anger issues happen. But let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Uh, man, I mean, I could vouch for you on that one because when I believe it was you were in the Cap Battle Royal, right? I think it was the crown, the championship,
Yeah, the interim championship. Yeah.
the interim championship. I believe it was Jack and Dante decided to take your broom.
Oh, they were bullying me. They played monkey in the middle with me with my broom.
That, and then you just went off on both of them.
It Yeah, it's one thing to bully me, but when you try to make fun of me at my own expense with my occupational thing, it's like, come on, what's the deal with it?
Hmm.
They pushed too much. They were having too much fun at my own expense, and I had to give it back to them.
Yeah, yeah. What match are you looking forward to at BPW on Saturday?
I would say Leo and Brother Greatness, because those guys are just absolutely amazing,
Hmm.
and they're both so great at what they do.
Hmm.
But I guess pun intended with Brother Greatness,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them both being great at what they do.
I mean, Alvin and Brother Graziness are a tag team now. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know about I don't know if you saw that. They're called Absolute Greatness.
I did not know about that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's an awesome name though.
That is
Yeah.
an awesome name.
But yeah, so um first thing first though, like I remember me and you were talking a little bit about a couple of weeks ago about the Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 4, I
Oh
believe
yeah.
it. So what are some of your favorite parts from that game, man? Because that game's a classic game.
So that's a tough question because I think everything in remake was great. Like it, I think I think the list is just too long at that point to try and because at this point I'd be listing everything off. Like what are like my favorite parts and the best parts because everything in that game was great.
Mhm.
Like I was saying it to one of my buddies because we were both playing at the same time, trying to see who could beat the game first, and we both had a similar thought process in like everything feels so familiar and the same from the original Resident Evil 4, but like everything felt different with how like every area going from one area to the next was felt different. It's like, oh, I remember this path from the original Resident Evil 4, but now it's like, oh, now we're doing this, now we're
They
doing that.
change it? So they changed so wait, they changed it basically.
Not it. It's like a if you played the original game, you probably would notice some of the changes,
Mhm.
but it's if you didn't, you're not going to notice anything. Like it's still the same story, similar story beats. It's the environment feels different, but also feels the same if you've played the original. If that makes any sense at all.
I haven't played that game in such a long time, but like what I remember from that game was like they were like they were like they were all in a cult. They were like you went to this
Yeah,
village and they were all in a cult and they were like these little squid little things and as their head and everything like that.
yeah, the plagas that
Yeah.
are that and that's still a big key thing, and they're just as annoying as they were in the original.
I remember I believe I remember playing that game. I remember I think it was this scene that used to scare the crap out of me in that game was when you'd go into the lab and these big creature things you could not kill would be
Yeah,
what
the
what were the
The regenerators.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you'd shoot at them, and they would keep coming at you. And you're like, oh crap, man. You know?
you needed like a specific scope for the sniper rifle in the
Uh-huh.
old game to see their weak points, and the same thing still applies in the original. Or sorry, the remake. And uh, funny that you bring that up because that's the thing that annoyed the crap out of me the most in the remake is they somehow made those things even more scarier and annoying.
Really? I
Yeah,
got. I remember
it's
they used to
silly.
scare the crap out of me when I used to play that game, man. And for the GameCube back in the day, man.
Like the thing that made dealing with them so annoying for me when I was doing it was like I didn't have enough ammo to deal with that to try and like because I also kind of sucked at aiming in the remake. Uh, Aiming felt weird to me in that game versus how it feels in like the original game. So I kept missing, and I'm just like, God damn it, I'm wasting bullets here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
die.
Yeah. That thing was freaking creepy, and I remember the whole game used to freak me out. You know,
Oh, it's such a good game. Both the remake and the original are they're amazing. They're both amazing.
my two favorite games though have got to be Resident Evil and probably Last of Us, the original Last of Us.
The original Last of Us, that's a good one.
The, the original Last of Us, yeah, and that's why I love the series so much, just because I played the game and the game is so awesome. You know,
Oh yeah, one of my closest friends really loves Last of Us as well. I
who's
I you go.
I was gonna say, who's your favorite character from Last of Us? You'd say.
Probably Joel because I think like he's an interesting character, but also it's like I only played the first game,
I
so
only
it's
played the
like
first one too.
yeah, like I like Last of Us, but also like I kind of when it came out, I think I didn't care enough.
Hmm.
Um, Even while I was playing it, I think I bought it because I was like, oh, it's Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog makes a lot of no, was it Naughty Dog that made that
It
game?
was Naughty Dog. It was Naughty
It
Dog.
was okay. I was about to be like, wait a minute, I'm having a aneurysm here.
Yeah.
um, I think I just didn't care enough when Last of Us One first came out. I think it was more of like, yeah, it's Naughty Dog, and I love Naughty Dog games, so let me just buy it.
Yeah. You love Crash Bandicoot. There you go, right? So there you go.
Yeah, well, I was more of a what got me into the Naughty Dog games was Jack and Daxter,
Yeah.
and that was like my first series from them that I played. So I
Hmm.
was like, okay, these guys are freaking great. They made this game. I'll play a bunch of their other games. You know, it's uh like Insomniac games, Sucker Punch games. Like they just make great games consistently. You know.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm me for me. This might shock a lot of people. I've been always a huge Nintendo fan, so that might shock a lot of people. Say, "Oh man, those third-party games, man, like those Call of Duty games and all." Like,
Yeah.
I've never been really a big fan of those games, to be honest. My games, I've always loved Nintendo games. I've always loved Mario, Mario Kart, Pokemon. All those games are classic, and we had this conversation that those third party games are gonna go away after a while.
I think so.
Mario's always gonna be around. Mario
A lot.
survived like what's up?
I think a lot of the first party games will survive longer than like third parties because everyone's gonna have to make like new IPs and stuff.
Mhm. What would you say your favorite first party game is?
F-Zero.
F-Zero.
Yeah, I love a good F-Zero and I love a good racing game.
Hmm. I would have to say my favorite for I love Mario 64 is probably one of my favorite games.
Oh yeah, that game's great.
Yeah. Mario 64, I thought when that game first came out, I thought nothing could be better than that game. Nothing. And then Mario Galaxy came out, and it just blew my mind out how great those graphics were.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's yeah, those games like that, and and then
timeless. You know.
endless games, and then now Conquer's
Yeah,
Bad
Congress
Fur.
Bad Fur Day. I see that.
Yeah. WWF No Mercy. Oh man, don't get me started with WWF No Mercy,
Freaking
man. Yeah.
one of the best wrestling games ever.
Yeah. Well, that and WrestleMania 2000 has to be up there too.
I'm a big Here Comes the Pain guy.
A lot of people love that game. A lot of people
That
love
was
that game.
that was my first wrestling game.
Mhm.
And recently, like I started like emulating games on my laptop and playing older games that I haven't gotten a chance to play before when I was a kid.
Mhm.
And a lot of my time just going back into Here Comes the Pain, just messing around, playing games with my brother, and we're just like, God damn, this game is great.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. Yeah. But yeah, those games are fun. Are you psyched about the new Mario RPG coming out for the Switch or no?
Yes, very excited. I actually need to sit down and find a way to play the original one. I think they have it on the Switch
It's on the
emulating.
store. It's got to be on the store somewhere,
It
right?
has to be for like the emulation stuff they have through like for the older consoles, like their virtual console stuff. Uh, because I was gonna do, I have on emulate like on my laptop through emulation, Thousand Year Door.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the Paper Mario one, the Paper Mario RPG. I could be wrong. Um, I gotta play through that. I got a long bucket list of games
Yeah.
that I still need to get through. I just don't have time as much anymore.
Yeah, man. I mean, my favorite like those games are like timeless. Those Mario games, man.
Oh yeah,
But then again, like when they first announced that Mario was coming out, that like they redid the whole game, I was like, holy crap! They redid Mario RPG. I was like, I was blown away because
oh yeah.
they redid all the graphics and everything. So
I feel like it's gonna be like akin to when they did what was it, Link's Awakening remake.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be very much like that, where it's like here's the same game, but it's just gonna look a lot better,
Hmm.
and we're gonna fix very little of it.
Yeah. Very little. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think Link's Awakening remake was basically one to one the same game. It just
Yeah.
looked better.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, those games are fun. Anyway, yeah, like I said, Mario and Last of Us. That's a great one. Um, shit, I'm trying to think what's another great one that Resident Evil 4 that we mentioned was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, any other games that you're still currently playing or
Um, what am I playing right now? I'm mainly just going back and playing a lot of games recently.
Mhm.
Like I started playing the Mass Effect Legendary Collection again, just because Mass Effect's one of my favorite games. Uh,
I never got into that game. A lot of people always said, for some reason, they always said that they loved the first one. Then after that, they all failed.
I so I can understand that sentiment and that understanding because the first one's amazing.
Mhm.
I think all, not including Andromeda, because screw that game. Screw the fourth game because that one is complete dog water. Um, the Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are, in my opinion, really good games.
Mhm.
I think 3 gets a lot of bad, I guess, bad exposure or a bad reputation because of like how the story ended. Like, not a lot of people liking the story and how that game ended. But it's like, uh, there was only, I think, in my like looking back on now, even playing it again recently, there was only a certain way that game could end in the third game.
Mhm.
But also, it's like if you played the third game when it first came out, you weren't playing the story mode. There was a multiplayer mode to it, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was like the best part of Mass Effect 3. And I think Mass Effect 2 is actually like the stronger game in the series. I don't know. That might just be me.
Yeah.
but I can understand people being like, oh yeah, after the first game, they all kind of tanked because it's like they're all different from each other in a weird way.
To be honest, I haven't played The Last of Us 2, so
I've
after I
heard
play,
I've heard things from my friends that love Last of Us and they play the second one. I'm just like, it's like
no,
it's not my bag.
no, because that person was great. When I mean, it was always there was this one part I couldn't get past when you were in like the sewer, and I think you
I
know
think
the
I know,
part.
I
You
think I
know,
know what part you're talking about. I
you know the
vaguely
you vaguely remember the game though, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I vaguely remember it too. That's why I'm trying to pick put together the pieces because I remember that game. I think it was what was it 10 years ago? I played that game probably when it first came out.
probably just about, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I remember you in the sewer, and so there's this big like the bloater comes at you see the bloater like for the first
Yeah.
time. That's the part I was talking about. And then they remade the game, but so
Yeah, they've remade that game a lot.
how many times have they remade that game?
I think technically twice.
Yeah,
No, technically three times
yeah.
because they did the original port onto PS4, then they did the remaster, and then they did remake on PS5. I think,
Hmm.
which is like all my friends that love Last of Us, they're like, "Oh, this is fantastic," and I'm just sitting here being like, they're doing nothing to it,
If they
and
didn't
somehow it's
remake,
worse.
yeah, they didn't remake it at all. It's what they didn't do. You
They
know what I
didn't
mean?
do anything. They're like, "Oh, but this part's different." It's like it's still the same game. It's being like, "Oh, Resident Evil 4 HD on the 360 and all the consoles now. It's the same. It's completely different." It's like, no, it's called HD for a reason because it's the same game. Remake's completely different.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
people are weird like that.
so do you besides playing console games, do you play mobile games too, or you don't?
I used to be a big mobile game guy, which specifically like one game, and I kind of dropped it after my brother dropped it because I think we both had our fun with it and we got what we wanted. It was what was it? It was Marvel Future Fight. It was
I think I
like a
played that. I think I might have
yeah,
played that.
it's super fun. It's super addicting. I think it got to a point when they started putting more characters in that game where it really started to become pay to win.
Pay to
And me and
play.
my Yeah, and me and my
Yeah.
brother are just like, all right, yeah, screw this, let's get out. They added Carnage, and it was like the only way to get Carnage was you had to like use real currency to get like
What?
his materials to make him, and it's like this is stupid. It was a very fun mobile game. Um, my funniest memories of it is having it on the iPads that we got to use in my high school.
Mhm.
So I would just like in between classes, I'm just checking on my teams, checking on my energies, being like, cool, I'll send my people into a mission, whatever. Oh, I'm in math class. Cool. I already finished this problem. I'm gonna go play the game real quick. Oh, teacher's coming. God damn it.
But yeah, uh, yeah,
But
I'm a
that's like
bit.
that,
Go ahead.
sorry, yeah.
Now continue story. Go ahead. Yeah.
That's like the main mobile game I've ever really played. I'm not a big mobile game guy. Like the most recently has been like Magic the Gathering on my phone, but that's about it.
You know what's exactly like Magic the Gathering on the phone?
Hmm.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I'm serious. When Magic the Gathering first came out, Pokemon was right behind it.
Oh yeah.
Right behind it. The card game. Okay, we're gonna have like Magic the Gathering, the card game. Up here's Pokemon. There goes Magic. Everyone just switches over to Pokemon, playing card
Yeah.
game.
I think that's also just the markability with Pokemon is just such a bigger name than anything else.
No, I'm saying Magic came out first.
Oh, it did? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I
in
thought
90
Magic
in '99, Magic came out, and then
that's
Pokemon came out.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I think was it '99? I forget. What year did Pokemon come out?
I wouldn't
Uh,
know. It was
uh,
already established name when I was born. So
yeah, it was always is a big name, but yeah. So I remember all my friends used to play Magic the Gathering, and then and then Pokemon came out, and I just jumped on the bandwagon. So I was like, all right, I'm playing this game. Yeah.
that's how I
But
was as a kid with Pokemon. I was like, yeah, my brother gave me his old Leaf Green cartridge for the Game Boy. It's like,
no, I'm
oh
talking
boy.
about the card. I'm talking about the card game Pokemon.
Oh, I'm talking, yeah. Well, I was talking like the video games
Yeah.
with the card games. I had my own experience with that. I was never into the card game for
Uh-huh.
Pokemon, to be
Mhm.
honest. Yu-Gi-Oh was more my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I noticed. I watched Dante on Instagram. He loves Pokemon, the card game.
Yeah, he's opening packs like a bunch when he can.
But yeah, who is your favorite Pokemon though?
Incineroar, he's a wrestler, dude. Like
Incineroar?
he's like a wrestler Pokemon. It's the greatest thing ever.
Who is that? Oh, is that Machamp?
No, well, there's also Machamp, but Incineroar is like is the final evolution of a recent starter from one of the recent iterations. It starts out as like a little cat thing, and then it basically turns into like a giant, like I guess the best comparison I can give is like Sully from Monsters Inc. But
Really?
like, but not like that big. Like it looks like a human person, but it's like a cat thing, and it has like a belt made of fire around it,
Yeah.
and
So
like, and it does like double like spinning lariat thing that
yeah,
looks like Michael Hagar's double lariat from Final Fight.
yeah,
And I saw that the Pokemon does that, and I'm like, this is the greatest Pokemon ever.
yeah. I gotta go with my OG, Charizard.
Oh, Charizard's great.
Charizard's the OG right there. I just hate how they made him in Go.
How is he in Go?
They did not make him like a beast. You know what I mean?
What is he like?
In the games, he is like the number one Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like literally the no. Well, obviously Mew is probably the number one Pokemon, but
yeah.
but in the games, and that's another thing I want to talk about. They destroyed Mew in Pokemon Go as well, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just mad. I'm just mad they destroyed Charizard because Charizard is my absolute favorite Pokemon. I mean, he's supposed to be like the number one Pokemon that nobody could beat, and then they just I don't even want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Getting yourself worked up about it.
I'm getting myself worked up about how bad they made Charizard in that game, man. You know? Yeah. Get on it, Niantic, man. Right?
Wait, what?
Get on it, Niantic. Those are people
Oh
making
yeah,
Pokemon.
get on that. Fix that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta sign up. Gotta make a petition.
Justice for Charizard.
Exactly.
We need a justice for Charizard. Like we need to go on the picket line. Someone needs to hold up a
Exactly.
sign. All right. Me and Eddie would be on the picket line. They'd be like, "Nope, sorry guys."
Yeah, right. Be like, nope,
But
we made Charizard the way we did. Get out of here.
get out of here. Oh man. So, like another game I'm currently playing. Well, I used to play. It was Brawl Stars on the phone.
I never heard of that one.
You never heard of Brawl Stars?
No.
Brawl Stars is you ever hear of Clash of Clans?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's
Oh,
the
it's
same
like a clone
people.
of it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's the same people make Clash Royale as well.
Oh, so it's kind of like the same team to a degree.
Same. Yes, I forgot the name of the team. What the team's called? Supercell. Supercell. That's the
Okay,
name of that's the name of their team. Yeah,
that's interesting.
they make really good games though. Supercell on the phone, and they're all addictive too. So, like
I mean,
once you start playing them, it's like that's it. Yeah,
that's what mobile games got to be.
yeah. Except for those pay to plays, man. I hate those.
Yeah, those things suck.
Yeah, like the one you were telling me about, where you have to actually pay to get. I mean, somewhat. I might have paid for Carnage. I might have been that sucker.
I was thinking about it because it was like Carnage is like one of my favorite villains, but I'm just like, nah. I got the team I want. My team works hilariously well. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I also started a food review show. I don't know if you know about that. I think I might have
No, I
talked about it. It's called Geek Eats. There you go.
don't. Oh, what are you
So
eating there?
what that is called a tornado potato. It's
Okay.
like it's basically like chips, basically like well, actually fried potato chips on a stick. I'm
Oh, that
I'm
actually
gonna
sounds
be
pretty.
I'm gonna be reviewing that in the first episode. So yeah,
I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. That sounds pretty good.
yeah. If there's any other suggestions on places I should go, just let me know, man.
I got you. I'll throw something your way.
All right, yeah, all right. But do you have anything else? Do you have anything else coming up, Eddie? Or
Um, I'll probably be at BPW just to
mhm,
help out.
mhm.
Um,
That evil Kip guy might be there too, so just don't worry about him, man. All
I'll
right.
have my I'll have my broom with me to swat him away. Don't worry. Um, wrestling on other places, not sure. Gotta My schedule's pretty open. If people are looking to book me and have me sweep the ring. I was supposed to be doing something on Saturday, but with Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling, but
Mhm.
their show got canceled and it got moved. So hopefully I can join them on that day. Um, I'm kind of just wrestling when I can, you know, doing like events or like birthday party type things, whatever I can get my hands on.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I mean, I just go ahead, continue. Cut
No,
you
no,
off.
you go. I was
All
done.
right. Are you done? All right. I was just about to say, what are the rules of a good house keep sweeping match?
Um, there are. I mean, it's kind of whatever you want it to be. I brought a lot of cleaning supplies. Kip brought in a lot of not cleaning supplies.
Like a mess?
He brought out the cheese grater.
Uh-huh.
That's not a cleaning utensil.
No.
And if folks watch the show, then he also put lemon juice where he stabbed me with the cheese grater, and it sucked. It
That sucks.
absolutely sucked.
That that sucks, man. That's like some Evil Dead stuff right there.
Oh my god, yeah.
If you have you seen the new Evil Dead movie or no?
I have not yet. I need to see it at some point. Me and my brother love the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah, because yeah, like that's like so so basically there's like rules of the house sweep matches. There's messy items and then there's non-messy items.
Yeah, the overall theme is, or at least I kept to it. Um, Seems like Kip wanted to use things to make a mess. I was trying to help with cleaning up. Even when I retained my medal, I cleaned up after the match.
Yeah, yeah. So what was that thing with the pie? I see. You just
Oh, there was a pie on a table for the
uh,
match, and
uh-huh.
I in in less better ways, I cream pied Kip.
That's perfect, man. Uh, I, so the rules of the match are there are no rules. It's basically like a no disqualification match, basically.
Basically, yeah, kind
Right?
of. Basically, yeah, kind of like the same way that it was with Jeff Jarrett and China in the Good Housekeeping match. You know,
It's a good house sweeping match now. Yeah.
yeah. Instead of anything they probably used to whack each other. I use the broom.
I noticed that you used the Canadian destroyer to defeat Evil Kip, by the way. I
Yes,
believe
yeah, I did.
to win
Yeah,
to win the gold medal, you actually that's the who invented that move. That was the SATs. So that was a good homage right there, man.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I thought P.D. Williams invented the Canadian destroyer.
P.D. Williams perfected it. SATs invented it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So but yeah. So I mean, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. If you
No
have
problem.
anything, you have anywhere else people could find you, or
You can find me on my all my social medias at _sweeper guy. Uh, I try to post things when funny things or what other shows I'm doing when I can. Um, I just posted like a quick like 2 minute and change highlight video
Mhm.
featuring and debut it with the debut of my new theme song.
Yeah.
That I just got done and it's amazing.
Yeah, go check that out, man. All right.
Oh, check it out. It's on my Twitter, Instagram, the _sweeper guy, and give me a follow, please.
And this guy is awesome. Everybody, please follow him.
Thank you. You're too kind.
He's not an just an amazing wrestler. He's an amazing performer.
Oh, you're making stop it. You're making me blush.
He's
Stop
an awesome person as well
it.
to have in your locker room. So there you go. So please book the sweeper. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll catch you
Thank you for
guys.
having me.
We'll catch you guys in the next one. And no problem, man.
Why?